Yo, welcome to the Unfiltered podcast. Today we're gonna have an amazing show on Thursday. It's talking to the chat Thursday, so let's get it. Yo, it's Thursday. It's a beautiful day here in Miami. It's 40 degrees. It is going to rain tomorrow. So,
yo, let's talk about it Thursday. I hope y'all having a great day. Woo! All right. I hope y'all having a good day, honestly, truly. It's Talk About Thursday. We're gonna be talking to y'all in the chat. If you haven't already, subscribe, hit the ring button so you get all our notifications when we're going live. If you haven't yet, or if you can't watch the whole live, go listen to it on Spotify, Apple Music. That's all there. I'm glad to be here. How's your day, Eric?
my day's great, man. Also, shout out to Basil. Basil's been working on the shorts. We have the shorts working on YouTube. We probably should get a whole separate YouTube channel just for the shorts.
Unfiltered clips.
Unfiltered clips. And then also, man, they've been going off today, the ones you posted. So
Yeah.
shout out to them. Guys, we're on Apple Music now. We're on Apple, we're on Spotify, and slowly but surely we're climbing up the ladder. We're at 837 subscribers. So thank you guys for that, everybody. If you haven't already subscribed, make sure you subscribe, hit the like button. Yeah, man, I'm really impressed. This is our third week and we've been growing steadily. So been super blessed. All of our guests that have come onto the show, all the ladies. We have two amazing ladies coming tonight. And guys, last night, if you didn't tune in for last night's videos, we did some funny stuff, like with the girl who came in.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
When she said that she thought she looked better at 34 than she did at 21, and we actually had her pull up a picture and show it to you guys. So I thought that was pretty funny. There's a few other stuff that we're gonna start doing now, from now on, with the ladies that come on. Today is Talking Thursday, so we're gonna be talking to you guys. Shout out to JQ for already being in the chat. Shout out to David as always. Chat, if you're in the building, go ahead and just say hi for us so we know that who you are. And then we'll be talking to you guys today, man. Today I wanted to talk about authenticity because right before the show we were listening to some videos on YouTube.
Yeah.
And I was listening to Eric Thomas, and he was talking about how important it is to be authentic in anything you do. So I know you were kind of working while we were watching it. So you want to tell me what you heard?
Basically what I was hearing is that if you're not authentic, people won't fuck with you for real.
True.
They won't. And it is a true thing. If you try to fake it to make it, yeah, like it's cool, but as time goes on and progresses, they'll realize you're faking it. You're not being true to yourself. And yes, even if you're true to yourself, you might have those few people that don't mess with you at the beginning, but in the end, you're going to have those diehard fans that truly do mess with you.
True. I agree 100%. So essentially, I think what you're trying to say is that when you're not authentic, right, and you do something for a long time, eventually, like let's say, for instance, we're on YouTube now.
Yep.
All of our videos, even though they're live, like right now we're live, they get saved. And guess what? Like our haters can go back and look at every single video and they can start saying, oh, well, right here they said something different.
Yeah.
They're not really about it. They don't really live this, or they're just
start fact checking.
Yeah. And then like eventually everything catches up to you. So I feel like anything in life, even in relationships, whatever it is, even if you have a job that you're going to, if you're not authentic, if you're not being yourself, eventually they will find out who you really are, and it makes you look really bad. So especially on the internet, man, I've learned something about the internet. The internet never forgets, ever, never forgets.
Facts.
So
damn, the chat's already gone. David Jones said, who is more authentic, an OnlyFans model or a college age feminist?
Mm. I think, damn, I think OnlyFans girls are pretty authentic for the most part if they're replying themselves. I know a lot of these OnlyFans girls have guys or agencies that reply for them. So if they're like really, really big names, then they're not replying themselves.
Yeah, that's a fact. College age feminists. Are we talking about modern feminists or like what?
He's probably talking about just the average college girl. So
are they authentic?
I don't think they are.
No.
I mean, a lot of these girls. I mean, Anwar, you went to UMD, right?
Correct.
You want to tell us about your experience there?
I mean, in general, most girls who are self-proclaimed feminists, they just like it at the time, but they always revert back to wanting a guy to take care of them. So
yeah,
even like, I mean, college girls, they go and get their jobs and everything, so it actually makes it harder for them to find that guy that they're wanting. So I mean, it's not really authentic in that sense because they're not I guess aligning their life to what they really want, just what sounds good at the time.
Yeah. Yo, shout out to Kayla too. Shout out to you, Kayla.
Wait, what she said?
So I have a question. I'm about to read her comment in a little bit, but I have a question. So how do we set up the in-show phone calls?
That'd be cool.
We should really do that.
Yeah,
so like we can actually talk to like our subscribers and we can actually
ask them questions.
Yeah, because like
interact.
Kayla was talking to me and she messaged me because she was watching the show from last night.
Yep.
And she was telling me that she felt bad that we kind of went on the girl about her age.
Okay.
Right. And I get it. Like it does kind of make us look a little mean for that. But she was literally sitting here saying that she thinks she looks better at 34 than she does at 21, which
listen, that's
don't get me
delusion.
wrong, she's still beautiful.
Yeah,
but
she's
like
beautiful, but it's delusion. Like we know it. Like,
I mean, like even if I was to say like, oh, at 45, I'm gonna look as good as I did when I'm 25. Like it's not the same. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, but Kayla says better to look like an a-hole for being real than to look like a liar, in my opinion. And she's laughing about it.
That's why this girl that came yesterday,
mm-hmm.
she was like, she wasn't saying things that I agree with, and it was clearly delusional in my opinion. I told her that, but she was honest. That's what she truly thought. Like that's her thought process.
Yeah,
we've had girls on here before that was just straight up lying. Like, and I don't respect that.
Yeah, I agree 100%. I can agree to disagree with someone.
Yeah,
but and I can sit here and say, you know what, I don't agree with your like way of thinking, but damn, I actually respect the way that you're being honest about it.
Yeah,
that's what she was doing last night, guys. She was being very honest about her opinions. Yeah, it did kind of make her look delusional in my opinion, but like, hey, that's what she thinks, that's how she feels, and you just got to respect that at the end of the day, even though you don't necessarily agree with it.
Yeah.
But I would say in regards to what Kayla just said, here's the thing, man. I know a lot of YouTubers right now that are doing really good in their careers. They've been doing it for a few years and they're lying to their subs. They're lying to their fans. And it sounds good and it looks good. And, like you have Twitch streamers that do that. You have like a lot of people that do that, right? But like at the end of the day, man, I don't know. I just can't live like that. Like I just can't sit here and try to be something I'm not. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It feels so fake. That's why every time after the show, the first thing we do is we start planning for the next show. You know what I mean? Like we're actually living this. So shout out to you, Kayla, for doing. And that's another thing too. It's like when I look at like really successful people that I admire, they're almost never really popular. Like even Eric Thomas was talking about. He was like, "Yo, I could have like 10 million subscribers or 10 million followers on Instagram if I sit here and make jokes."
Yeah,
you know what I mean? He's like, "But ain't nothing funny." You know what I mean? He's like, in today's age, it's nothing funny. Like, what's funny about today's age? Like, people are out here struggling. People are losing their jobs. People are losing their 401ks. People are dying. You know what I mean? Like, what's really funny? So, I admire that about him. What do you think about that?
No, I agree with everything you said, and I like your perspective on how you articulated yourself just now. Everything he was saying, it was very. How can I word this? It was very authentic. I mean, I guess authentic. Like he was saying everything was true to himself. He could sit here, like you said, and make jokes, but is that really who he is?
Yeah.
He's not a person to make jokes. He's a person to, get straight to the point, very blunt.
Yeah. And I don't think there's anything wrong with making jokes because I think comedy's like therapeutic. You know what I mean? Sometimes, like if I ever have a chance to watch Netflix, what's the one thing I go towards? Comedy.
Yeah.
Because I know like comedy, I can end it at any moment. And I don't have to watch the whole thing. It's like I'm just gonna get the laugh out of the few minutes, and then I'm gone. So I love comedy, man. I think comedy is great, but when it comes down to it, like
the things he's talking about, a motivational speaker, like
Mhm.
he doesn't, comedy is not his real like
yeah,
thing.
no, and he's talking about real stuff, like stuff that people deal with every single day, problems that people deal with every single day. David says, which problem would you rather deal with, being called a liar or being called a sexist?
Being called a sexist, because the world is sexist. I mean, if you call it a liar, then like,
Oh, I see what
basically
you're saying.
someone saying like
Okay, I
you're
read that
going
wrong.
against your word.
Yeah, and that goes a
you're
lot
not a
with
man
like
of honor.
your honor. Yeah, that goes with honor. That goes with like your name, your reputation, and all that. So I see what you're saying. I read that totally wrong because I agree with you on that one. I mean, that's a hard one, but I think it's easier. Like we were talking about double standards yesterday. We were trying to explain it to her that the world has double standards, and it may seem to, I don't know why women feel like there's no double standards.
Yeah,
Like how do you
get in the club for free?
like how do you benefit from all these double standards and then you still have the audacity to say that there's no double standards? That's like me having white privilege and being like, oh no, there's no white privilege.
Yeah,
Bro, there's absolutely white privilege. There's pretty privilege too, so yeah, that's tough, man. When you're talking to some of these, when we talk to a lot of these women, we don't agree, and it's almost like we're trying to teach them something that we're like, how can you not see this? You know what I mean? Like, how do you not see this?
Yeah, we're trying to drop knowledge. It's not like we're trying to be mean about it or what we're saying. It's just we could see it from a different perspective.
Yo, shout out to Swordplay. Shout out to him. So yeah, guys, today we're talking to you guys. So go ahead, man. Don't be shy. Write us whatever you want to write us. We're literally, the whole show is dedicated to you guys. Any questions you may have, any concerns. Tomorrow's Friday, just for those that don't know. I had a challenge for myself this week. I wanted to stop saying the N-word. And every single time that I said the N-word, I was gonna drop $10 into a money jar. And you know what's funny?
What?
I'm over here thinking like I'm good. And one of the subs was like, yeah, bro, I know how many times you said it.
I remember last night he said in the chat, he was like, yeah.
Yeah. And I'm like, how do you know? Like, I'm not keeping track.
Yeah.
I don't want to, you know what I mean? But he's like, yeah, you've said it this many times. And I'm like, all right, I'm gonna have to go double check because I want to make sure he's not adding any numbers in there. But yeah, guys, so shout out to you guys in the chat. We're replying to all your comments today, all your texts, all your questions. Go ahead and ask us whatever you want, man. This is your time. Anwar, do you want to read some of these?
Yeah. So Kayla says, women who say there isn't a double standard tend to be the women who use their looks the most, unfortunately.
Very nice.
Shout out to her. She's smart.
And Alexander says, at Unfiltered Podcast, this podcast is getting better and better every episode. Proud of you guys.
Thank you, bro.
Yo, shout out to Alexander, man. Here's one thing I'll say, Alexander. We beat ourselves a lot. Not physically, obviously, but like after every single show, we sit here and we watch every single episode and we go over every little detail and we're like, okay, we messed up here. We could have done better here.
Yeah.
That's why when we started this show, if you guys didn't notice, I started out copying Basil because we were talking about it before the show. And we understand, bro, that like this playing field, it's saturated. There's so many YouTubers. There's like adult YouTubers, kid YouTubers. I mean, YouTube is the new TV, you know?
Fact.
And so we understand that, like, man, we're blessed to have 13 live viewers right now. That we are so blessed to have you guys, man. And we are so grateful for you guys. And you guys give us like a lot of life to keep going. So the nighttime show, for some reason, the nighttime show always has like way more viewers because I guess maybe because the girls are here.
Yeah.
But we're super blessed to have you guys, man.
We're continuing to try to get better
every single day.
Like that's all we do. After the end of the show, we go on to our last live, we rewatch it and we try to see what we could do better.
Yeah,
because you can only evolve.
Yeah, that's all we do, bro. That's all we fucking do. We sit here and we go back over every video. We're looking at thumbnails. We're looking at reels, shorts. We're looking at TikTok. We're looking at the competition. We're studying people.
Exactly.
We're trying to look at things that we could do better, entertainment value, because we understand that you guys want to be entertained to a certain extent. Trying to give you guys knowledge as well. Trying to give you guys like our true, transparent like opinion. We're not trying to fake anything over here for anybody. So we're just super blessed, man. Super blessed. 3 weeks in, 837 subs.
That's pretty good, bro.
Yeah, 3 weeks in, and then hopefully like before the end of the year, my goal is to hit 1,000 subs.
It's possible. We got it. We got it.
And you guys have also helped me out a lot. Like the chat has helped me out a lot because, I mean, some people were calling me out on the N-word. They're like, you're not black. You know what I mean? And I'm like, but damn, like I don't really see it as a bad thing. I grew up in the hood area.
Like the
you know what I
culture
mean?
that you grew up in.
Yeah,
like,
I grew up like
was.
everybody around me was black.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? And I come from a Hispanic background, so it's like
probably like a minority.
We're minorities too, you know. But I was like, you know what? I could sit here and just clack back and say something dumb, but I was like, you know what? Let me actually use this and try to better myself. So that's what I did. I told you guys I was gonna drop $10 every single time that I said the N-word, and so far you guys have been keeping me accountable for that. So I appreciate that, even though it's costing me money. But I appreciate that shit a lot, guys.
It's gonna stick with you even more though.
Yeah, for sure. Because now every time I say it, I'm like, fuck, that's another $10. But yeah, go ahead, Amar. Read some of these other ones.
Oh, let's see. Kayla said your subs are gonna send you a whole bill for your language.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, they're not playing with that, man. Shout out to them.
Very nice.
David Jones says, I actually don't believe in white privilege, mainly because the word has been abused by white woke supremacists who hate their own race.
White privilege is definitely a thing, bro.
Yeah, white privilege.
I mean, like look at the if a white and a black person do the same crime, like white people don't get the same sentence.
Yeah,
they don't do half the time. And not just in general, like there's so much stuff that white people benefit from, bro. I hate to say it because it almost like it sounds like a victim mentality when you're sitting here like complaining about something like that, but it's a fact.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Exactly, it is a fact, and we talk about it like this. What we did last night, right? Like we were talking about it, but we understand at the same time the black community. Well, this is my opinion. I don't want to put the words in your mouth, but black people are manipulating themselves because of the oppression that happened. But they are continuing to oppress themselves through the music we listen to, the gang violence, you know, just our culture.
Yeah. And before anybody starts to go crazy, there's more context to what he just said. I don't want you guys to think that, you know, he's saying that black people haven't been like through anything. It's just the mentality of it.
It's the mentality. Like, yes, black people were definitely oppressed.
Yeah, we got it. Sometimes we have to add context to what we're saying because when we sit here and say stuff like that, like they don't know what we were talking about.
Yeah.
So
I think the whole like white privilege thing is based on the fact that there are more white people, so they're gonna have more privilege. You're gonna have numbers behind you more than any other race. So that just adds to the privilege.
Okay, that could be a factor to it, but it still exists though.
I know. I'm saying it exists because there are more white people than anyone else.
I guess I'm not sure about that, but all I know is it exists. That's all I know.
In America.
Yeah, definitely in America. Any other comments, bro?
Yeah.
Shout out to the chat, man. Keep it coming, guys.
Swordplay has a question. What are your thoughts on the passport bros?
I've heard about them a lot. Are those like the guys that go around that travel, right?
Yeah, I've heard people that travel to get women in other countries.
Yeah, I've heard of that, like Thailand.
So tell me exactly what that is, because I don't know anything about it. And for the people that don't know anything about it, can you tell us what that is?
Oh, you might go into. I don't know too much about it.
So basically, like guys here are tired of Western women, so they go to Eastern countries like Thailand, Philippines, or even like Ukraine, like countries that are more traditional, I guess. Okay. And they go find their wives there.
That's it. So, how, like, is it an actual group though, or is it just like? No, saying
it's like a hashtag.
Okay.
Don't they have like a YouTube or something? I feel like.
Oh really? I didn't know.
That's what I asked. I asked if they were like a natural group.
Well, I don't know. It's an actual group. I'm saying like they have a YouTube, and I guess people start just posting random clips of like them doing it.
Okay.
But I could be incorrect on this. But how do I feel on it? Like my thoughts is, I mean, if you can't find the woman of your dreams here where you live, then why not go travel and explore new things, new cultures?
You don't think you can find a woman of your dreams here in America?
Personally,
yeah,
I could. Maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, if you talk to enough people, yeah.
I mean,
if you want to diversify your culture and learn new things about yourself, and you want to learn new things about other people's and their culture, then yeah, I definitely would travel, and then you might find someone that really you click with.
Yeah. No, traveling is fun, bro. Like every time I travel, I like it, even though it's draining.
You want to hear the the Urban Dictionary definition of passport?
Yeah, go ahead,
bros?
give it to us.
Men who understand that Western women have drunk the Kool-Aid past the point of no return and got their passports to enjoy happiness and peace with fit, friendly foreign women.
It's definitely way easier to find like a traditional woman in all these other countries than America. I think
That's because they don't have as
much.
much standards.
Yeah, their expectations are way lower.
Exactly, expectation is the right word, because they're not expecting like a millionaire or a billionaire. They just want like a good guy, a good decent guy.
Also, the religion over there is stronger than over here.
Yeah. Yeah, I think in general it's just a whole different, a whole mix of things. Like I think women in other countries, they're not looking for like, they're not delusional, I should say.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they're like, yo, I just want a good guy that's not gonna like lie to me. He's not gonna beat me. He's not gonna like, you know, make me feel like shit.
Yeah.
And I'll take care of him. And that's how it used to be, bro. I don't know when did we change that shit, bro? When did we, was it Disney? Was it Disney that started changing that shit? I don't know, bro. But like somewhere along the line, women in America just started changing up.
I mean, you would have more knowledge on that. I'm too young.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You have more generational experience.
I have a question. What are your thoughts on, oh, okay, we just read that one. Any other ones, bro?
Yeah. Alexander said, Eric is a man of his word and holds himself accountable. Too many creators in the space do step one and never fall through on improvement.
Yeah, bro, it's no joke, man. I had to be fair, like I said, I appreciate you guys for helping me with that. There's a few other things that I've been working on behind the scenes, but yeah, I do intend to keep my word to you guys, man, about that. And hopefully, you know, moving forward, I get rid of that word. Any other ones?
Yeah, Swordplay says Black and Hispanic culture is a victim mindset. That's what keeps us down.
Very nice.
Yeah, I mean, Hispanics do it too. Latino people do it too.
Alexander says, I'm white and I have to acknowledge white privilege. Ignorant people deny it. I don't get followed in stores. I get loans and grants easier at banks. I get the red carpet treatment in third world countries.
Damn. The red carpet treatment.
I'm glad you could understand that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, definitely, you could just look at it like cops are inherently more scared of Black people.
Why?
Just because the hood scene, I mean, you know, gangs, et cetera, et cetera. Black people are more likely to be in gangs than, you know, a white person.
Mm-hmm.
So, of course, you're going to be more scared to go up to a car with a Black person than, you know, a white person.
We talked about this last night too, though. Doesn't it have something to do with the way you guys are carrying yourselves, like in general? Not you, but like in general.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, definitely.
Like, and this is something that we've been working on too.
The self manipulation.
Yeah.
Plus, there's more white cops than anything else, so they're not even like, they don't know the culture.
Yeah, and we've been talking about this a lot off camera, guys. Like everything, like what we listen to, even the music we listen to, all that has a huge impact on like the way we act. You know.
But when we talk about stuff like this, I understand that Black people die at a higher percentage, but like white people still die more from cops.
There's more white
like
people though, right?
Yeah, there's more white people obviously.
Yeah, it's when you get into it, guys, it's like very like complex because there's like the numbers just don't add up. They're not the same.
Exactly.
It's not like there's like an even amount of African American people and an even amount of Caucasian people. Any other ones, bro?
Yeah, Kayla says, talking about passport bros, it's men who seek out women from submissive cultures. Swordplay says it's a trend. JQ says my wife is Eritrean. And Kayla says, as someone who traveled the world, women and men are the same everywhere. People get blinded by being foreign sometimes and think it's better.
Men and women are the same? Is that what she said?
No, men and women are the same everywhere. Like
same as
they
what?
They act like Western everywhere. I mean, I guess
I don't agree on that.
I can see that.
I dated a Croatian girl from Croatia, and it's not the same. So
I can see that in like big cities, but like if you go outside the city and go to like villages where everyone else lives, like people are way different.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Shout out to Kayla, man. She brought up a really good point earlier today about the girl last night and how I basically said that, she was running out of time. And I was like, look, man, all a guy really wants is for you to just be loyal and submissive. Right. And she was saying that not every guy deserves for a woman to be submissive. And I said, yeah, correct. Like, I don't want women to go out here and just be submissive to any guy. I don't think that's smart.
Yeah, don't be submissive to a bum. Like, why would you even do that? That's not
Or
even
why?
logical.
Or why would you go be submissive to a guy who's an alcoholic? You know, he's probably gonna get drunk and put his hands on you. You know what I mean? Like,
Exactly.
like don't
you
be.
got to use common knowledge. Like, don't be an idiot.
Yeah,
about it.
don't be dumb. But like, when I say be submissive, I mean like find yourself a good guy.
Yeah.
And be submissive to him. You know what I mean? There's some good guys out here.
There's a lot of good guys
Yeah,
out
there's
here.
some.
Also,
there are.
girls, some girls or most girls, they
Yeah.
don't want to settle.
I agree with that.
They'll settle once they hit 30.
You know what I love, bro? I love getting off the show and getting DMs from like our subs that watch the show. And like there's this one sub that we have. His name's Austin. He's probably not in here right now, but this guy works. I don't know exactly his job title is. I'm gonna show you after the show. But this dude is building like the big buildings, like the big. I don't even know what they're called. Like he's building them and
skyscraper.
He's in the cold, bro. It was like 20 degrees. He's out there working. He was sending me videos.
Damn.
And I'm like, yo, that's a real man right there.
Yeah, that's like a grown.
You know what I mean? Like
job.
he's like doing like the shit that we're not doing. This right here is hard, like in a whole different way. That physically takes a toll on you. You know what I mean?
And I continue to say the men that build the roads, build the infrastructure we have, man, those are the strongest men.
Yes. I give those guys so much respect, so much love. Just like hands down to you. If it wasn't for you guys, we wouldn't have what we have today. If it wasn't for those men, we wouldn't be able to do what we do now. Exactly. You know what I mean? So like everybody has like a role to play in society, and if it wasn't for those guys, we wouldn't be here. So shout out to them, man. Shout out to fucking them. Yeah. Chat, thank you guys so much for fucking just keeping it going, man. We appreciate that so much. Any other ones, bro?
Yeah, Swordplay says third wave feminism changed it. He said feminism was great when it initially started. It granted sovereignty to women and gave them a voice. The problem is modern feminism is not about equality no more. It's about supremacy.
Correct.
Yeah.
And I believe in feminism in countries that aren't first world.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, I don't want to say the countries, but yeah, like in America, Canada, United Kingdom, countries like that, like, nah, like I don't believe in this feminism crap.
Right.
Because if anything, women are probably, you know, under the law, they get it better than men.
What do you feel like about the women, like in what is it, Saudi Arabia, like all those countries where like women are like being persecuted just because of like
school not being able to they go to university?
How do you feel about
that? That's just their culture, man. I don't.
Yeah,
it's hard to sit here and like give my opinion on that. Because like I say, I can see the good on it and I can see the bad on it. Because it's like, okay, generals, they don't want them to go to higher education because what do they need a higher education for? Because now they're, you know, they're going to go into corporate jobs, et cetera, when you could just be at home, take care of the kids, the gender role thing with women.
Yeah.
But at the same time, is that taking free will away?
Yeah.
So, you know,
there's
pros,
tricky,
there's cons.
Man.
So
yeah, it's very tricky. I think we should start doing like a episode where we focus on like just like hot takes, stuff like that. You know,
yeah,
I'm pretty sure like a lot of you guys want to talk about stuff like that, so we can do that. Any other ones, bro?
Yeah, David Jones says the black community has a higher crime rate than other communities in the USA.
I don't give a fuck, Keisha.
Yeah, that's facts though.
You also got to consider that cops look for crime in black communities. You don't see people looking for like drug dealers in a rich neighborhood when there are plenty there.
Plenty.
Have you guys noticed, chat, and for all the live viewers, guys, once again, if you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe, please. But have you guys ever noticed that you can go, especially here in Florida where we live, if you go to like Coral Gables or like Coral Springs, if you go to like Star Island and shit like that, all the like where all the rich people live at, you notice that you don't really see any liquor stores over there. You'll
never notice that.
You'll never see liquor stores around like wealthy communities. All the liquor stores are around all the bad neighborhoods.
I see where you're going with this, but
why do you think that?
For them,
yeah. Why do you think that?
They have like Total Wine.
Well, yeah, bro, they go wine, but obviously those successful rich people, they're not going to get pissed drunk like the people, you know. It's kind of the system, the matrix. They want to keep the poor, the richer get richer. If you give them like some substance like weed, alcohol, you know, those type of drugs, then they're going to keep going down. If, you know, the rich people that I know, the rich people myself that take do coke, those people are firing at like a high cylinder, and you would never know they do coke though.
Yeah.
And they use that to be better though.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that you need it, by the way.
I want to ask the chat, why do you think, because like, don't get me wrong, I understand people like want to enjoy themselves, like, right, that's cool, but like, why do you guys think that there's no liquor stores in the really nice neighborhoods? You'll never see liquor stores, like, even like every 5-10 miles, you won't see them, bro. There's a reason why they're not there. They want to keep the minorities in the position that they're in. They want to keep us intoxicated. They want to keep us fighting each other. They want to keep us confused, right? They're just broke.
Yeah.
They want to keep us killing each other. There's a reason why, man. But
I mean, look at us, man. Like, use us as an example. We don't drink at all. Look where we're at.
Yeah. Chat, I want to get your opinion on that, man. Go ahead and tell us what you think about that. Any other ones, bro?
Yeah, Alexander says differences: Irish as Italians got accepted as white, and black organized crime was systematically destroyed. Black leaders and fathers were purposely moved or taken out. Yeah, and like for the black community, like
I never even thought of that.
Like the
Think
government,
about what he said right there, though.
The government incentivized the black women to leave their man just so they could get a check.
Hold up. They're not ready for that shit yet, bro.
You get a little deeper with that.
I don't think the chat's ready for that, bro. Like, say what you just said again.
So the government actually incentivizes like black women to leave their man because they'll get paid more.
Why do you think they do that, bro? Let's keep it G.
Because families are the nucleus of success.
True.
Exactly.
And if you take the man out, what happens?
Yeah. So
there is less discipline in the household. The next generation, they grow up weaker.
Not just that,
there's more control that the government can have. The more
there you go.
The elites can have.
And now that mother and her kids are completely vulnerable.
Exactly.
Right? You can do whatever now.
So now you can teach them however you want.
And not only that, but now you have them at your disposal and they're at your mercy because guess what? You can take their money away whenever you want.
Exactly.
So they'll do whatever you want to keep that money coming.
Also more agreeable. So in school they could teach them whatever. Yes, the minority of women to go out, speak up. Oh, I don't want my kid learning this and that. But the majority be like, okay, I don't care. It's cool. I'll go send them there.
Yeah.
When the dad is like, no, I want him to learn what I know what is with life, what's going on truly.
Yeah, there's a I'm not black, guys. We had this conversation last night, but there's this book. I forgot who wrote it, but it's called like The War on Black Men. Okay. And in the book, it talks about how they're purposely like black men are at war with everybody. Think about that for a second, because black men don't typically like each other. Black men are at war with like other races. You know what I mean? The black man's typically looked at as a very dangerous individual in society. The government doesn't care about them. Now the government is convincing the black women to also leave the black men, and then you have them getting locked up. It's just a lot, bro. And what happens? Like, look at the black community now. It's in shambles.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the black community, like all you guys have is rap. That's all you guys have. And it's not even something positive. So, it sucks to say that, but yeah, but they do this shit on purpose, guys.
Also crazy how all these like European designers, like French, Italian people are selling us all this designer clothes.
Who's buying that stuff, Anwar?
It's us, black people.
Black people, bro. You don't really see like too much Hispanics at like Gucci. You see a few. You see a lot of black people though. And yeah, man, it's all for a reason, guys. Like we talked about this last night when Gucci had that whole like racist thing happen.
Yeah,
more black people went to go buy Gucci than any other time, and it was like you guys were literally being discriminated against.
It's crazy. Like I said, it's self-manipulation. I mean, even when you can really tell who is successful or actually has money by how they dress. People that have like a lot of money, I mean, they're usually not going to wear designer clothes. They're going to wear something that's, fresh and cut. But, the people that are down the minorities, they just want to look like they have money. They want to act like they have money. So they'll buy these fancy stuff. And guess what? That's a bad investment.
Mm-hmm.
When, the rich are investing in, instead of using it on these designer clothes, they're putting it into stocks. They're putting it into real estate.
That's
things
a
that
fact.
actually build generational wealth.
Yeah, that's a fact. Yeah, white people are investing into stocks, man. They're not investing into luxury stuff. I mean, into Gucci and Louis and stuff like that. Any other ones, bro?
Yeah, we got a bunch.
Yeah. Shout out to the fucking chat, man.
And this honestly, though, it's not only this is not only with Black culture; it's honestly with almost all cultures.
What do you mean?
To that point, it's higher percentage of Black people that are doing this.
Mm-hmm.
But this is how it is for all cultures.
Yeah, for sure.
This
but that's
how
because
the system wants it the Matrix wants it to be like this.
That's
they want us to talk about race. They want us to talk about women and men. That's what they want us to talk about, so they could control us even further while we're stuck here having discussions like this.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, as long as they keep us fighting each other, they can do whatever they want to. But when you say it's not just Black people, what do you mean?
What do you mean by that?
You said that it's not just Black people, right? That are like,
it's not only Black people that are being controlled.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, 100%. Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, look at the Hispanic people.
Yeah, it's just we're getting controlled at a higher percentage because of the
and they're attacking you guys differently.
Exactly.
Like how I can speak from like a Hispanic point of view. We get targeted for being illegal immigrants here.
Yeah.
Like what other like culture gets attacked the way we do?
Right, you don't see like Europeans being illegal immigrants.
Bro, there's people coming from all over. Haitians come here, like it's always Hispanics that get labeled immigrants. You know what I mean? And then unfortunately, I said this to you last night. We were having a conversation off air that I think the Hispanic community is, in my opinion, the weakest because we don't stand up for each other. At least you guys have Black Lives Matter. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, god damn, do we have well, I guess we have like brown pride, but like that's just not doing nothing. You know what I mean?
I've never heard of that.
You've never heard of brown pride? There's like
I thought that was for like Indians or something.
I would think like
there's like a Hispanic Heritage Month, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. But yeah, chat, keep it coming. We're gonna answer all your questions today, guys.
You can tell that Black people though are definitely doing self-manipulation because when you see the people come from Africa and then come here, Africans
let me ask you a question.
Like Black people,
let me ask you one question.
Go ahead.
And chat, you guys can help me out with this too. Why is it, and this is an honest question, I'm not joking around. Yeah. Why is it that like Black African American people hate Africans from like Africa?
Why?
Like what's that hatred about?
I don't know.
Because there's a hatred there. There's
definitely a hatred. It's because the Africans come over here and they actually become very, very successful. It's because they know what they have to have hard and a dedication to their craft. Mm-hmm. They know they have to work hard to get whatever they want in life.
Yeah.
When Africans come over here, they usually have like how many degrees? They could have doctorates.
Yeah, but their degrees don't mean anything here.
They don't.
Yeah.
They don't. But guess what? They'll work hard to make it mean something.
Yeah,
they'll go to school here just to get another degree.
Yeah, they will. And I think that's the difference too. That speaks a lot about like their personality. Like you have immigrants that'll come here and they'll work their ass off, bro. And they'll live like in a 1-bedroom and they'll sit here and they'll work for years and years. They won't go to the club, they won't drink, they won't smoke.
Yeah.
And then they'll open up a business and then like they'll open up another business.
Yeah, exactly.
And it always happens. But like unfortunately, Americans are very coddled and we're lazy and we're spoiled, bro.
Laziness.
So like, and that's us included too. Like shit, I've been spoiled. I mean, I've been through shit in my life, but like I've still had it way better than people in Africa that don't have anything to eat. You know what I mean?
We have it so easy. The rate of depression is higher here than countries that are way worse off. And
obesity's higher here. Heart failure, if I'm not mistaken, is higher here. There's a whole bunch of like horrible statistics that we like lead in, and not only that, but education too.
Yeah, our education system is terrible,
bro. Our education system
I think if I'm not mistaken, the best education system is Finland's.
That's fucking crazy if you think about it.
Obviously, you know, the countries in Asia, Japan, China, etc., they have great, you know, school systems, but you know, what I've heard, I think it's Finland.
I want to make sure that we don't miss any of these chats. Shout out to the fucking chat, guys. Shout out to you guys, man.
They're going crazy.
Go ahead and read some of these.
David Jones says Democrats created social welfare programs to replace the father in Black families, and so many Black women fell for the trap.
They did, bro. That's a fact right there, and it shows too in society. It shows.
Alexander said, agreed. Shout out to the blue collar men who build and sustain the infrastructure we all enjoy. The heroes who rarely get appreciation. JQ says there are no feminists in Russia.
Oh, really? I've never heard of that. Yeah, I mean, Russia's a pretty strong country, though, so I could probably believe that. Go ahead.
Alexander said, in order for feminism to be implemented, men allowed it. However, most women to refuse to correct / don't care about the disparities and inequality against men. Kayla says the government is all politics. They mostly won't arrest rich people because they can get lawyers versus poor people who can't.
Agreed.
Let's see. Navarro said Basil expose the Rothschilds and the elites. They are the orchestrators of this matrix. Kanye said it, and he gets called crazy.
Yo, but think about that, bro. Like, look at what they're doing to Kanye.
Yeah,
They're like systematically destroying this
they're
guy.
killing him.
Like, they're very methodical about it. Like, they're like divorce.
Mhm.
His kids get taken away. He gets dropped from all these labels. Like, they are literally
they're picking him
they're,
apart,
bro. It's like it's
So
not even.
is there any real truth about it? Behind it?
I mean, the
No.
thing I would say is just like when we sit here and talk about stuff like that, it's like I wish the chat could sit here after the shows and listen to our conversations.
Mhm.
Cause you guys would be like, whoa, that's crazy.
Yeah,
Bro, no
It's
no
like-
lie. One day I had to I was kidding around, but one day I got up and started putting tapes on the fucking TVs and shit. You know what I mean? Like that's how crazy it got. But shout out to the chat, man. Hopefully we
But
get to meet you guys in
isn't it
person
weird,
and
like,
talk about that shit.
if a troll says something, you're not going to entertain it.
Yeah.
It's the same way with the government. If it was some bullshit, why would they even entertain it?
Yeah, no, I can see where you're
And
coming
then
from. Yeah.
also going back to Navarro's comment, Rothschilds and Rockefellers. If y'all didn't know, go look that up. The Rothschilds and Rockefellers, they have money in every single university and college around the fucking world, bro. Everywhere. The Federal Reserve is not owned. It's not the federally owned bank. Like they own it.
Yeah.
This is not.
Yeah.
This is a privately owned bank. This is the Federal Reserve is not the government institution. The Rockefeller, he said he wants what's it called? An economy built on workers,
Yeah.
not thinkers.
Yeah.
And he was the one that started schooling. So I mean, you have to think about it.
And we talked last night in depth about like how the people that really control shit, we really don't know who they are, guys. Like the people that really control shit, you guys don't know their names, and they want it that way.
Facts. I mean,
You know
you
what I
literally
mean?
couldn't name a Rockefeller now, and you couldn't name a Rothschild, bro.
And they're very secretive about this shit. They don't want you to know
They
like
don't even have
who
the
they
same,
are.
Some of them don't even have the same like last name anymore.
Yeah.
It's not Rothschild. It's not Rockefeller.
So, any other ones, bro? Shout out to the chat, man. Keep coming, guys. Keep coming. We're talking to you guys. We're 41 minutes in. We're gonna do about 20 more minutes talking to you guys, and then we'll get ready for the nighttime show.
Kayla says a lot of us carry around a lot of generational traumas and are products of our own environments. It's hard to break out of it for a lot of people.
Shout out to fucking Kayla, bro.
And that's why the richer get richer and the poorer get poorer. The rich want to create a legacy. They want to continue the generational wealth. The poor just can't get out of that, that mindset.
So how do you break out of that, in your opinion?
How do you break out of
Yeah,
it?
you said the poor keep getting poorer. So if we're poor, how do you break out of that? Just educate yourself,
Educate
right?
yourself, exactly.
Yeah.
And that's why they take the man out of the household.
Yeah. Guys, we are so blessed. If you guys really sit here and think about it, man, we have so much information at our fingertips. We can sit here and go, like right now, as we speak, we have Angmar who's on a computer looking everything we say up just to make sure that like we're speaking on facts. You know what I mean? Fact checking us. So
bro, it's even so far.
Even YouTube.
Bro, I would say this for the African American
Mm-hmm.
community. They won't go to the military out of pure ignorance. They said, just because they don't want to, being enslaved again.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want to be part of the system. Bro, you're already part of the system and you're just not even realizing it. What, are you going to stay in the hood? Is that is that smart? Instead of going, risking 4 years out of your life to be able to get paid education, get
That's
some
all you need?
knowledge. You could go there. You get a 2-year, 3-year, 4-year contract. But yes, you only need, whatever your one contract is, you
Mhm.
get the GI Bill,
Wow.
which is they'll pay for your college. They'll give you, tuition, et cetera, et cetera. People will hold themselves down, though. They don't want to get out of it through hard work.
Mhm.
And that's where that brokey hunger that we have comes out.
Yes, crabs in a bucket.
Yeah, you're from Atlanta, right?
Correct.
And like that's a pretty poor area,
Poor.
right?
Yeah.
Like some parts of it, right?
Correct.
Why do you think it's so hard for people to break out of there?
Why is it so hard?
Yeah.
I mean, if you go anywhere in the black community in Atlanta, it's
Mhm.
just straight hood. It's straight gang violence. It's gang versus gang.
Is it fair to say that the music you guys listen to, the TV shows,
Atlanta is the the music the music hub of America at least.
Mhm.
So I mean,
Yeah.
exactly what you said.
Yeah, I would say that like and they don't tell you guys that. There's a reason why like music is they play this shit all over. Like if you listen to like the hottest songs on the radio, they're going and repeat over and over throughout the day. You can come on at 2 p.m. and that song will probably play again at like 4 p.m. It's on repeat. You know what I mean? And like people aren't really looking at little details like that, but everything matters, bro.
It goes, even if you want to go to little details, it goes farther into the frequency of the music. The frequency of the music isn't on a universal frequency.
Yeah. You know who would speak a lot about that? X. I don't know if you remember.
Yeah.
But like the guys, if you guys don't know who X is, he was from Florida. He tragically got shot. XXX Tentacion. He would talk about how and his music was really good, and it was like so captivating because he would talk about how there's videos about this. I wish we could pull one up. There's videos of how he would literally go on there and talk about how like he knew how to hit certain songs to where people would want to listen to it because it was like a different like tone. And it's crazy that he knew that, man. It's just crazy. But yeah, when it comes down to the music we listen to, the TV shows, and even the friends we keep around us, guys, like that has a lot to do with like whether we're gonna be successful or not. So shout out to the chat again, guys. I want to make sure that we don't miss any of your comments or questions. So
also, if y'all haven't yet, please like it. It's 19 of y'all in. We only got 3 likes. Can we get that up, please?
Yeah, guys. So like the video, and subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. And Anwar, go ahead and read the rest, bro.
Okay. Alexander says, Unfiltered Podcast. A woman can never teach a man how to be a man. Politically incorrect, but it's true. Those men end up teaching themselves to be men, from what I've noticed. David Jones says, yep, for decades, Joe Biden contributed to the government's policy to make black community and save to the state. But if you don't vote for Biden, you're not black. Let's see.
That's what they said, though.
Yeah.
Onward, you voted for Biden, huh?
I didn't vote.
What's good, GMC Hammer? What's good? No, he didn't vote, but he did admit yesterday that he fell for the BS.
Yeah,
yeah, he did, bro.
Shit.
And by the way, Anwar, I appreciate you being honest,
That's
bro.
honest,
Can you
bro.
tell us like how you fell for it or what made you fall for that?
I mean, coming from Baltimore and going to an all-black school and like just hanging around black people in general, like I don't know, it's just you hear shit on like CNN and like everyone talks about it in your circle. You're just like in an echo chamber. And so I really thought that Trump was like a racist and he really hated like black people. But like the more actually, you know what made me change was when I started making some money with crypto. Because then I realized that it's actually like the money. When you're poor, you have this victim mentality that people are picking on you and there's nothing you can do about it. But once you make some money, everything changes.
Yo, and it's thanks for being honest about that too, bro. Think about what he just said. When you're poor and you're like in this group and all you guys are poor, everyone's poor, you guys are all looking for someone to blame.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And who more to blame than a guy who CNN is like, oh, look, he's racist, he's a bigot. And everyone's like, oh, yeah, it's his fault.
And it's weird that everyone was cool with Trump before he was president.
He was.
Exactly.
Yeah, bro. Trump was cool with like all the rappers,
bro,
all the movie stars and all that. He was cool with everybody, bro.
And it proved me, correct me if I'm wrong. By the way, Trump he tried to run for president multiple times. He just couldn't get through to the party. Correct me if I'm wrong. He did actually try to do run for the Democratic Party.
He did.
And he said, he quoted, the only way I win if I run for Republican Party.
Exactly. And why is it so crazy that in the Democratic Party, they push that Republicans are bad, they're terrible.
They both push each other's.
They do. But get to own social media.
It's like
the media, the market, the news, the articles. It's all Democratic.
Yeah.
Democrats will make it seem like Republicans are evil, and Republicans make it seem like Democrats are stupid.
Yeah.
Agreed. And they're both donkeys and assholes and elephants. So, any other ones, bro?
Yeah, Urameshi says, I'll be the asshole for a second here, but I have a prediction that as white power lessens in America, Hispanics versus blacks will be the new racism here. Anti-blackness is ingrained in Hispanic culture.
About who said that?
Urameshi.
Yo, I'll say this, bro. He's not lying.
Yeah, Hispanic people hate black people.
He's not lying.
You don't like me?
Who, me?
Yeah, because
they hate each other.
Where I call you my brother. What are you talking about? I'm saying in general, like that as a Hispanic man, like growing up, I remember hearing like people say like, and hopefully you don't take offense to this, but I remember hearing like mothers be like, yo, don't bring any monkeys home. You know what I mean? And what they meant by that was don't get pregnant by a black guy. because like if you have a kid and he's black, then he's less desirable. And it sucks to say that, but that's certain stuff that I was here growing up. You know what I mean? But on the same token, if we're being fair, like there's also racism with black people towards Hispanics. Why? Because we're all minorities, man. You know what I mean? And like, who else to hate at than your neighbor? You know what I mean? It's just so easy to look across the street and look at your neighbor and be like, I don't like that dude. You know what I mean?
People trying to get one up on the other person.
Yeah, and it's always competition.
You can't beat the top, so I'm gonna go for the second.
Yeah, whoever's in front of me, right?
Exactly.
It's like you're upset at the world. You know everything's unfair, and who you gonna fight? I'm gonna fight that dude because he looks like he's doing better than, you know what I mean? It's so easy, but
and it's so crazy. I still think if black people, every like black person in the world risen up, then like we could easily dominate.
Yeah, I think we all got together.
We want to keep they want to keep black people down. They don't want us to know about our history.
Yeah, that's facts. And I mean, and I don't necessarily think, like, if we're being totally fair, man, there's never gonna be peace on earth.
Never.
I don't think like it's meant to be peace on earth. I don't think
there's never been peace.
Yeah, I don't think it's meant to be that way. So
that would just be like a boring, weak mentality. Like, I want to conquer.
Yeah.
Even myself, I want to conquer. I said this, I don't know if someone finds it, maybe I'll send you some money. But I said somewhere, I want to go back to the Viking age, and I want to raid. I want to
raid.
I want to raid.
Yo,
bro.
My man sounds like the Purge. Like you want to purge.
Man, I want to be able to like fucking earn some land, like with my own 2 hands, bro, and be remembered as like, the owner of that land. And
that's not as easy as it sounds, though. Like there's a lot of people that want the same thing as you. So
great.
Any other ones, bro? Yo, guys, we're hitting the 50-minute mark. And we're not gonna go past an hour, so we'll spend the last 9 minutes answering your questions and comments, and then we'll get ready for the nighttime show.
Okay, Alexander says, I'm just pulling this one from the bottom. Trump quote from 1991: I think that the guy is lazy, and it's probably not his fault because laziness is a trait in blacks. Donald Trump is 100% racist.
All right.
Or is that just the truth?
All right, here's what I'm gonna say to that. I get what you're saying, and if you read it that way, right?
Yeah,
like if those are the glasses that you have on,
yeah,
that's what you're gonna read.
Yeah.
But if you really hear and think about what he's saying,
exactly from the other side,
bro,
what he's saying is true.
It's factual.
Like we've been saying this whole time. Yes, okay, oppression was real.
Bro, hold up. I'm so glad that you're saying it and not me, because the first thing they're gonna tell me is,
"Oh, you're not
black." You know what I mean? So
on,
please go ahead, bro.
Like,
take it.
oppression is real. Like, I'm not denying that oppression is real. All right, no, Israel is wrong. Was real. Oppression was real.
Yeah.
Now it's just self-inflicted manipulation, what I'm saying. So what he's saying is correct. I mean, black people have this victim mindset, this victim mentality. They don't want to get better. They still want reparations from slavery. And I bet most of these black people don't know anyone that was enslaved.
Yeah. I mean, they've pretty much all passed.
Yeah.
It's been a while. So, yeah, but shout out to you for being able to read that and understand that it's not a personal attack. He's speaking in general. You know what I mean? So,
truth.
But look, he says shit about Hispanic people too.
He does.
Like he was like, "Yo, Mexican or nothing but like, Mexican people are only like rapists or grapists, I should say." And look, man,
he says things about white people.
He says things about everybody. You know what I mean? And I'm not like the biggest Trump fan.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But like, out of everybody that we've had, I can be like, yo, he's been the realest.
He's been the straight, like the kept it a buck. Like I keep saying, when the guys in the black suits came up, he was the only president not to fold.
Yeah. Let's finish reading the rest of these, bro.
More.
Yeah.
David Jones says BLM is a scam created by white woke supremacists and the corporate elite to divide the country. Brunella says it's not only African, it's black people all over the world that have a problem with black Americans.
Mm-hmm.
It's because they are a small amount of black Americans who want to succeed. We expect it better from them.
Yeah.
Alexander says Kanye West was the richest man on earth. They're whipping him in front of his race to make an example of him.
That makes sense.
JQ said you just need 3 years of service or a medical discharge to get the GI Bill. I'm currently using it.
Wow. Shout out to you. Thanks for your service, bro.
Let's see. Urameshi says Hispanics versus blacks will be the new racism issue. Is white power lessons. Oh, he said it twice. Let's see. Scrolling down.
My man said crabs in a bucket. Yeah, I see you, Legacy.
GMC Hammer said he probably means community is lazy, not the race.
Agreed. Yeah.
Puerto Ricans, MMP says Puerto Ricans are blacks just mixed with indigenous genes.
Yo, who said that?
MMP.
MP, bro. We talked about this last night, bro. He doesn't believe it. He's in denial, but yeah, we talked about this last night.
What? I'm in denial about what?
That Puerto Ricans are black.
Puerto Ricans are black. He doesn't think that they are. What's
19 Legacy said, I disagree with that part. If you look at our history, we were one of the hardest working people there.
But not by choice.
Look at Black Wall Street and what happened when we built our own city with our own money.
No, but I can't speak to that.
No, I mean, I'd say the black people in the 60s were very strong.
They had no choice.
No, the black people were in the 60s. Why were they strong? Why were they strong? Onward, do you know this?
No, answer that for me.
Black people were stronger back then because they were family oriented.
Yeah.
The man was in the household.
Yeah, I agree.
The man was raised in the household. That's why they were stronger.
Yeah, I agree 100% on that.
Alexander says Asians perform so well that they've kind of eliminated racism. Their stereotypes are positive. Asians are good at math and successful.
That's a fucking fact, bro.
Yeah, Asians make the most out of any race like per household.
That's a fact. And those, I've said this before.
To work the hardest too.
I've said this before. Asian people will immigrate to this country. They'll live in a house. It'll be like 10 of them in a house, right? And they don't mind sharing rooms. They'll sit here and they'll put all their money together. And all you need, and Andrew Tate says this, all you need is like 3 or 4 people that are loyal, and you guys are on the same shit, and you guys can take over the fucking world, bro.
Yeah.
If no one's gonna cheat each other, no one's gonna fucking betray each other and do anybody dirty, you guys can legit take over the world. That's what they do. They come to this country, they support each other. You don't see them out here at fucking clubs spending $5,000 on a fucking table.
Fuck no.
No.
When have you seen a group of Asians at a club?
Bro, I mean, that is crazy. I've never seen a group of Asians at a club, bro.
All right, guys. So
no, not including Indians.
So we've never seen liquor stores at like rich fancy areas, and we've never see Asian people at the clubs throwing ones. You just don't fucking see it, guys. There's a reason for that. There's a fucking reason. That's why they're so successful.
But you don't see that with Arabs either.
You don't. Well, more than Asians, I said, but yeah, not as much.
Arabs ball out.
Yeah, but they ball out together. They're not going in public.
They ball out with their own people.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
They'll create their whole.
You'll see them balling out at like a hookah lounge and shit like that. Let's just put it like that.
It's at their own function.
They're pouring money back into their own businesses. If that makes sense. I know that's kind of confusing. Any other ones?
Said Black Wall Street was built under Jim Crow. Yeah, it's because before like integration, when people were segregated, blacks were left by themselves, and they had their own families.
Yeah.
When the government integrated everyone together, they incentivized the black family to fall apart.
Yeah. And then also one of our subs earlier said that Black Lives Matter was started by a white person. That's actually a fact.
That's a fact.
For a lot of people for a lot of people that don't know, Black Lives Matter was started by a white guy, and all the money that you guys give to the organization, for the most part, someone's living in mansions in California. Like, you can look this up. Candace Owens did a whole like documentary about that shit. All you guys have to do is stop being fucking guided by people and just like do your own research. Exactly. You know what I mean? Like stop taking our words for it. Go on Google and do your own research, guys. Any other ones?
And MMP says, speaking of Asians, would you be down to have China Mac on your podcast? He's a unique example.
I know who that is.
I know he is.
How do I know who that is? That's crazy.
I've seen him on like Instagram 2 years ago, bro. Because he blew up off of some like Instagram story or something. Or video, or not a reel, just like a post. And I've seen he's a rapper though from New York.
He is, yeah, from New York. He made a song about like how Asian people were being like basically like there was racism against Asian people in New York. Well, during COVID, like Asian people got it pretty bad, bro. And you know what sucks is that it was like the older Asian people that were getting attacked.
Yeah,
like older, like helpless people that couldn't fight back. You know what I mean?
Of course, you're gonna go for the helpless people.
Yeah, that sucks, man.
On, like even close to your level.
Yeah. But yeah, bro, China Mac. I haven't really done my research on him, but yeah, I mean, he seems pretty cool in my book. Any other ones, bro?
GMC said, y'all ever seen the 7-Eleven people at the club? MMP says it was George Soros who started yelling.
Yeah, shout out to him, man.
When he says 7-Eleven, he's talking about the Indian.
He's talking about Indians.
Okay, because I was thinking about something else.
Yeah, what were you thinking about?
Suicidal people. Because in the military, like when you get out, well, if you try to like get out using like the suicide, the code is 7-Eleven. Yeah. Yeah, self-delete.
It's called 7-Eleven.
Yeah, it's like the code. The code is like 7-Eleven.
Really?
Yeah.
Why would they call it that? That's wild.
Alexander said Chinatown is in every major city for a reason. Money in the Asian community travels at the highest rate of any group before it leaves the community. It's up there with Jews.
Yo, I'm always like impressed at how smart like our chat is.
Yeah.
You guys are super intelligent, man. We appreciate you guys so much. Guys, if you haven't already subscribed, make sure you subscribe, like the push the like button, and we'll see you guys for the nighttime show, man. There's one more by GMC.
Yeah, hold on. If you haven't yet, join the Discord, join that community, please. We're talking in it all day.
Yeah,
day.
The link to that should be in a bio. And yeah, guys, the Discord is made just for you guys, so we could talk to you guys every single day, even on the weekends when we don't shoot. Happy holidays for anybody that's not going to see us tonight or tomorrow. We wish you guys, happy holidays. And you want to read the one by GNC before we get going?
He just said, "Oh, I didn't know that, Basil. I was just referring to my people."
Okay.
And he said Alexander speaking facts.
Okay, cool. Yeah, shout out to Alexander, man. He's always coming through with the heat. Shout out to 19 Legacy. Shout out to you, bro. Guys, we're gonna have an amazing show for you guys tonight, so make sure you tune into that one. It's gonna be at 10 p.m. All right, man. We'll see you guys later. Take care.